U.S. troops forced to exit another base in the Middle East, left behind. Not routine, not symbolic, strategic. As Iran's war drums grow louder across the region, the United States is confronting a powerful shift in its military posture, one that signals changing realities on the ground and rising pressure from every direction. On camera, the images tell the story. American troops withdrawing, convoys rolling out, a third base vacated in just weeks. This is more than a redeployment, it's a recalibration of power. Every exit reshapes the map. Every move sends a message to allies watching closely and adversaries watching even closer. The Middle East is entering a new phase, and the balance of power is moving. According to a Kurdish official who spoke to AFP news agency on condition of anonymity, U.S. forces started pulling out of the Qasrak base in Hasakah province on Monday. Visuals from the ground show a convoy of dozens of trucks, loaded with armored vehicles and prefabricated structures heading toward the Iraqi border. This is not an isolated departure. American forces have already withdrawn from 2 other bases in recent weeks. The drawdown appears to be accelerating. 3 separate sources told AFP that U.S. forces leading the anti-jihadist coalition in Syria are expected to complete their withdrawal within a month. A Syrian government official said that timeline could mean a total exit from all remaining bases. A Kurdish source confirmed the development, and a third source, a diplomat, suggested the withdrawal may be finalized within just 20 days. For years, U.S. troops have operated in Kurdish-controlled areas of northeastern Syria as part of the coalition against ISIS. Last week, in a revelation first reported by the New York Times, U.S. forces were quietly pulled out of Al-Udeid Air Base, America's largest military installation in the Middle East. The report, citing anonymous Pentagon sources, describes a calculated drawdown. Not just Qatar. Personnel were also withdrawn from Bahrain, home to the U.S. Navy's powerful United States Fifth Fleet. Al-Udeid is no ordinary outpost. It hosts roughly 10,000 troops. It is the nerve center of American air power in the region, the command hub for operations stretching across the Middle East. And now, that footprint is shifting. When forces move from installations of this scale, it is never minor. It signals strategy in motion, a recalibration of presence, a message heard far beyond the desert runway. On February 12th, the United States withdrew its forces from the strategic Al-Tanf garrison in southern Syria, after nearly a decade at one of the most sensitive crossroads in the region, where Syria, Iraq, and Jordan converge. American troops are gone. Equipment packed, convoys rolling into the horizon, control handed over. A post that once stood as a hard line against ISIS and Iranian-backed militias has fallen silent. Washington is now said to be reshaping its strategy after warming ties with Syria's new leadership. Relations thawed following the fall of Bashar al-Assad's government, sanctions lifted, meetings at the White House, Syria stepping into the anti-ISIS coalition. On paper, it reads like progress, cooperation, a new chapter. But geopolitics is rarely that simple, because this withdrawal comes at a volatile moment when alliances are fragile, rival powers are watching, and every departure sends a signal. The map is shifting, and the consequences are only beginning to unfold. While American forces remain stationed in Iraq, Syria, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, and the United Arab Emirates, the repositioning is being viewed as a precaution. Tensions have surged over the possibility of U.S. strikes on Iran. Tehran has warned that if attacked, all American bases and assets in the region would become legitimate targets. In a letter to the UN Secretary General, Iran's mission said the United States would bear full responsibility for what it called unpredictable and uncontrolled consequences. In a region already on edge, even defensive repositioning can send powerful signals. For now, Washington appears to be reducing exposure, even as the specter of escalation looms. The question now, precaution or prelude?
They better negotiate a fair deal.
Donald Trump issued a sharp new warning to Iran. Speaking to press at the White House, Trump was asked if he has any message for Iran and Iranian people. In response, Trump pressed for his usual sign a nuclear deal. Tehran's nuclear program is at the center of ongoing escalation, with both US and Iran exchanging strong war rhetoric. Referring to last month's protests, he also accused the Iranian regime of slaughtering 32,000 people. He pointed out that the Ayatollahs stopped short of hanging protesters only due to his direct threat to bomb Iran if it proceeds with the executions. Trump further criticized Iran's human rights record and expressed sympathy for the Iranian people while speaking on the Supreme Court's ruling against his tariffs agenda.
Do you have any message to the Iranian people?
The Iranian people in Iran or people here?
People in Iran.
They better negotiate a fair deal. They better negotiate. You know, the people of Iran are a lot different than the leaders of Iran. And it's very, very sad situation. But 32,000 people were killed over a relatively short period of time. They were going to hang 800, 2 weeks ago, hang, some by crane. They lift them up with a tall crane, and they play them around the square. They were going to hang 837 people. And I gave them the word, if you hang one person, even one person, that you're going to be hit right then and there. I wasn't waiting 2 weeks and negotiating. And they gave up the hanging. They didn't hang 837. Supposedly, they didn't hang anybody.